guys, so today I just have for you this natural look. It's appropriate for just like going out, maybe going out to dinner, hanging out with your friends, or I've even worn like looks like this to school if I ever want to like dress it up just a little bit. Yeah, this is just a smoky, like a light smoky eye with some wing liner, natural bronzer, blush, and then a bold lip. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so my eyes are already primed with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the shade Eden. And I'm going to be going in with my Lorac Pro Matte palette. I'm going to take that shade right there, and we're going to put that all over the lid. So like so. Now I'm gonna take the shade Latte, which is the second shade right there, and we're gonna buff that into our crease. So okay, and I'm just building it up to kind of whatever intensity I want it to be. It's gonna be kind of a natural look, like a daytime glam is, I feel like, appropriate. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe 433 brush, and I'm gonna take the shade Corduroy right there, and we're gonna put that into the outer portion of our eye and just kind of like brush that into the crease. So these shadows are like really powdery, so you really only need to like dab your brush in there like just a little bit. I'm gonna go in and like clean it up a little bit with the same shade Latte that we used earlier. And so now I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Chocolate, which is the darkest matte brown shade right there. And I'm taking it on this Real Techniques base shadow brush, which I like it more for just like blending it into my crease, so that's what I use it for. And again, since this shadow is really pigmented and really powdery, I'm just gonna like dab it in there, just like boom, maybe a little bit more, boom, yeah, and then tap it off. Now building that into the crease, or into the outer portion, I'm sorry, just to make it darker. Like so. And I mostly keep that just like right at like the lash line and like flaring it up. And now I'm gonna go back in with Latte and just kind of just like buff that everywhere. Kind of just like makes it all blend together and look a little bit more seamless. And I'm gonna go in with Corduroy again, really lightly. Also, when I'm doing this, I put really light pressure on, just because with how pigmented these shadows are, I don't want it to like overpower anything. So just really light hand and like dabbing it in just a little bit, and I think that's the best way to at least use the Lorac palette with all their shadows. So I think, yeah, I think that's all I want to do. So I'm going to go to the other eye and then I'll be back. Okay, so I did my wing liner and I went ahead and primed my face using the NYX Angel Veil primer mixed with the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot. I do have oily skin, and so I find that just like these two together just really help make my skin have like a nice smooth base and kind of fill in my pores and also keep me fairly matte. And so now for foundation, we're gonna go in and use the Maybelline Better Skin foundation. I have mine in the shade 20 Classic Ivory, but it is a little too dark. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it with the NYX Pro foundation mixer just to lighten it up a little bit because I am pretty fair. So I'm gonna do that really quick. Okay, so now that I have it all mixed in together, I'm just gonna dot a little bit on my face and start blending it in with my damp beauty blender. I also do want to blend it down my neck just because, you know, it helps make it look a little bit better in my opinion. Make it look a little more seamless. Because, I mean, I have a really hard time finding foundations that, like, match me, like, perfectly for whatever reason. Like, I don't know. I just have a really hard time. So now we're going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I love it. I know it's like really popular right now, but it really is a great concealer. I don't know. It's like full coverage, but not like cakey. Like it's, I don't know. It's just the best. I used the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer for a while, but one, I didn't like it because they didn't really have my like perfect shade. Like I had to mix fair neutral and fair light together to kind of get this like same color of that the Tarte Shape Tape is, but you know, that was more just annoying because I had to buy like two. So my favorite powder that I've been using over the past like 3-4ish months is the Coty Airspun. It does have a strong scent. It doesn't bother me really, but it will probably bother some people. And what I like to do is just like take my damp beauty blender and just dunk it in there, and then I go and press it under my eyes. So and I don't really bake. I just like, I don't put on like enough powder for it to like stay there. I like to really like press it in because I find that it just makes my skin the most like matte and airbrushed look versus like, I don't know, it just makes it look like perfect, like just airbrushed and flawless. So, and this powder is only like $6, so it's really good, and you get like a ton. Like I've been using this since like probably August. I think I got this in August, and like I still have so much product left. Like I will be surprised if I ever run out. So I like to powder my whole face just because, again, like my skin is oily, so it, you know, likes to get oily. So I take the Clinique Stay Matte Sheer Press Powder, and I use the shade 101 Invisible Matte, and this is what it looks like. It's really great, just like neutral undertone. It works really well for me. Their like first shade is kind of pinky, so I like just using this one. And this is a buffing brush from Real Techniques, and it's just kind of like a fat brush, and I just like take the powder and I press it into the skin, just in all the areas that I put foundation. I don't really do it in the areas that I put the Airspun powder because they're already, you know, pressed down, but again, just like all in the outer portion. So now let's go ahead and contour. Yeah, we're gonna contour. And right now I'm loving the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I use the shade Bronzer. I love it for contour. Like, when I first got it quite a few months ago, I didn't really like it. I thought it was like too warm, but now I love it. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. And so this is actually a knockoff Ita brush that I got off of the Wish app. It was like $2, and the only downfall is that, like, when I first used it, like, so many hairs came out, like, and I stopped using it because I was like, literally, as I'm like brushing it on my face, there's just like hairs everywhere. But after like washing it and using it a couple times, it was like totally fine. So I just take it, swirl in there, tap off the excess, and then I just go in and do kind of motions like this and contour. And so like you can already see like this side is just like more like chiseled versus this side kind of looks like bleh. Bleh. The other thing about this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer that probably a lot of you guys know already is that it smells like pina colada. Now I'm gonna take a new bronzer that I got. It was, I can find it. It's a little mini Hourglass Ambient lighting bronzer. It's in the shade Luminous Bronze Light. So this is what it looks like. Again, this is like the tiny version. Like, I think the full version is like this big, so you can like see how small it is, but it was only $22 versus like the like full price one is like $50. And I've like seen other YouTubers use it, and I'm like, man, that looks so good. And I already kind of dabbled into it last night. Came in the mail yesterday. But anyways, so I'm taking this Studio Gear number 13 brush. So tap it on, start bronzing up the skin, and I just go on like the outer portions of my face, like what I'm doing. Just really bronze up the skin, because since like I'm so fair, I kinda you know, I feel like I get washed out. Look at that lighting bronzer, it looks pretty good. I think. Pretty okay. Oh, that's good. Because for like this little product for $22, that's expensive. So now for blush, I'm taking the Milani Tea Rose flower thing. It is so pretty in the packaging. Like, look at it. It's a rose. I was like, I want to just like leave it on display, but I really like it, so I use it. And I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild. I believe this is actually their contour brush, but it's like perfect for blush in my opinion. So I just take like 2 little dabs and I go right there on the cheeks. It's just the perfect like baby pink natural shade. See, it just gives the cheeks like a nice like flush of color. I'm gonna go clean up my contouring, and I take the Airspun powder and this e.l.f. Contouring brush, dab it in there, and then just go big right there, big right there. And that's how I clean up my contouring with just powder. Okay, so now that I have mascara on, and I just use the Maybelline the Falsies Volume Express Flared. The key on this one is the flared, and I love this mascara. I've been using it for like 4 years, and it just makes your lashes look like long and like just fluffy and like volume, and I love it. Like, this is the wand. It's just nice and big and flared. So now I'm gonna go ahead and brush away the baking. And now we have some clean contour lines. And my eyebrows are kind of faded. Oh well. And I think I have 2 lipsticks that I want to use, that I don't know which one I want to use. I have this one called it's ColourPop Viper, which is like a purpley, like kind of cool toned rose, and then I have this new Wet n Wild liquid catsuit matte liquid lipstick, and it's in the shade Give Me Mocha, and it's like a darker color. I don't know which one I want to use. Can't decide. I think I'm going to use the Wet n Wild one because it's new. Yeah, just because it's new. So, let's see. I've already like put it on before. This is just my first time like wearing it like for going out, so but yeah, so this is the finished look. It's just a really pretty daytime glam. This is what I like to wear on maybe if I'm going out for dinner, or if I'm just like hanging out with my friends and we go shopping, or I also do a lot of photography, so this would be like, maybe not this foundation, but like this type of eye look would be really good. And I know I did the wing liner off camera, but it's because I have to get like super close to the mirror, otherwise I'm like it would be out of frame, and yeah. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.